This is a high-capacity, high-output portable battery station here that I'm checking out. It's from a company that is new to me, VIGORPOOL, and this model is the Captain 2400. So 2400, as the name suggests, is its output wattage, so 2,400 watts, and it can solar charge up to 800 watts, and we do have quick charging with it. If you decide to use solar charging and AC charging at the same time, it can get you to 80% capacity in just 1 hour, which is very quick. Now, the model here, it is using LFP cells. They're high quality. After 3,500 cycles, your capacity of them will be about 80%, and they're good for over 10 years. So great for long-term use, something like this. Included inside the box, you will find the following. So we have a cigarette lighter, car charger to Anderson plug, AC power plug for charging, and this is our solar to Anderson if you're going to be solar charging it. They also do include this, which is a lot of stickers there if you wanted to use those, a warranty card, and a user manual. The Captain 2400 weighs about 55 pounds, that's 25 kilos. Doesn't have any wheels on it, sadly, but we've got two very good handles, so it does make it easy enough for lifting and moving about. The capacity is 2.2 kilowatt hours up to 6.7 kilowatt hours. If you expand upon it, you add other battery packs to it. So nice quality feel to the buttons on this. So we've got our DC side of things here at the front, our screen. Now what I like about the screen is it shows you the battery percent, but it also will give you the remaining time when it's discharging or charging. That is calculated, and you will see the wattage here, and you can see things like the wireless status, Bluetooth connection with the app, and other information will pop up on that screen. It's quite bright at the moment, so you can't see it really clear, but in daylight it looks a little bit better than what I'm showing you here. Now we have an on and off here for the DC side of things. So the car output using the cigarette lighter here, that is 240 volts maximum, so that's 12 volts, 10 amps. And then we have another 2 DC here too as well, and they are the same. The output of those combined, the total output with those 2 DC 5521s is 120 watts in total there. And we've got the 2 Type A chargers. They are 18 watts the output, and then 4 Type Cs. This is really good to see. So these 2 here at the top, they are 60 watts power delivery. The lower 2 are 100 watts. Under this flap, you will find our charging then. So the AC side of things, this is 1800 watts. And this here for DC is going to be 800 watts of maximum input. And this right here is our reset. So if it does end up triggering the overload protection, well, you just simply need to press that. And here's our connection there for Earth. Great to see that we've got a Qi wireless charging pad up the top here. Now, it's 15 watts, and of course, you don't need any cables being all wireless. I think it's a great option to have on a portable power station such as this, because imagine if you don't have a Type-C cable with you, at least you can still charge your phone. Along the bottom, 2 long anti-slip rubber feet. AC output along the back with a separate on and off button, so in total, 2,400 watts. So that means you could have 1,200 watts in this plug, another 1,200 watts here. That's going to be fine. The surge output is up to 4,800 watts, but that's only for a very short, limited time. I'm using the supplied solar connector to Anderson plug. The charge rate is looking good. The sun's not quite overhead, so it can do better. I've seen about 380 watts, but it's currently charging at 343 watts. And you can see here, it does state that I've got 2 hours left. I'm currently at 76% battery. So what can our Captain 2400 be used for? What can it charge, and who is it for? Well, at the moment, I'm charging an assortment here of gadgets. I've got 2 e-bikes that are charging. Electric lawnmowers, you can use it with that. Anything that's up to 2,400 watts. And you've got your line trimmers. They can be used, of course. Power tools. I've got an iPhone charging with the wireless charger at the moment. A gaming handheld PC. A Samsung S9 Ultra charging there too. All of this stuff can be run and charged with this portable power station, and demanding stuff too. So ideal for tradesmen, RV, motorhome owners, people that go camping that could take this with them. And if you're a tradesman, well, it's anything, of course, up to, again, that 2.4 kilowatts. As long as you don't surpass that, then you are going to be fine. But now onto some tests. Now, power drill, that's going to work just fine. I'll just be careful that I'm not going to actually drill anything. Nope. Not a problem. I unplugged one of our e-bikes here that I'm charging, of course, to run 3 because I've only got the 3 plugs. And a kettle. You want to boil water? Yes, you can do that. Turn that on now. You hear the fans come on, but it'll do it. It'll boil water just fine. And that's great because now a lot of these power stations, the portable ones, just cannot handle boiling water. So if you go camping, that's probably one of the things you do want. You like your cups of tea, your coffee, well, you're able to do it with this. It's boiling away, I can hear it now, no problems at all. And you can see that it is happily pulling 2,288 watts currently, not an issue, it will not trip out. And what about the fans? Is it loud? Well, under full load right now, charging and discharging, this is a worst case scenario, so the sample I'll give you, you will certainly hear those fans because it's trying to keep everything cool and it is doing a good job. It has not overheated on me. One of my favorite uses for a portable power station is to use it with garden tools. So if you don't have power plugs outside in your garden, or you don't have a very long extension cord, or you just hate winding up those extension cords and they're being a bit of a pain, well, you can of course get a lot closer to where you need to be, where you need to work with those power tools by using a portable power station such as this. And of course, a trimmer like this, it's going to be just fine. This only uses about 600 watts or so. Here is the application. So I have it already connected up, as you can see, and you get all this clear information. Now you do need to register, sign in for it. You can use your Google account if you wanted to, and you've got all of the controls here for it. So I can go in here and remotely turn off or on the AC or the DC side of things, wireless charging, USB ports, auto shutdown options, screen standby time, battery protection, slow charging, screen brightness, and then finally, over-the-air updates. There is no update at the moment, but if needed, they will be pushing those out there. So it's an application that is very straightforward. I like the layout. You've got all that information you need, and you can control it all remotely because this connects up to your wireless router. So a great portable battery station, I think, for people out there that need quite a bit of power. So if you need up to that 2,400 watts, then this is going to cover you. And if you need the expandability, you need right up to 6.7 kilowatt hours. Well, that's another great option you do have, which other models don't offer. Now, the base model is still very good at its 2.2 kilowatt hours. And as you saw from my video here, you can use it for various different things. So for your power tools, domestic appliances, it's going to be great for all of that. You've got the solar charging option. So I think it's going to be good for tradesmen. It's going to be great for people, for example, that use RVs, motorhomes as well, and living off-grid. It's going to be good for all of that. And you've got your application, you can see the wattage, and I love how the screen does point out the remaining time you do have at the current discharge rate and the charging rates too. And it does charge really quick. If you're going to be using solar and AC at the same time, then it will be around about 1 hour to get it up to 80%. The only downsides to this unit here for me are very kind of minor things. And one of them is that while it's got really good handles on it, I would love to have seen wheels on this and then a pull-out handle like I've seen with other models. It just makes it a bit easier to move about with it, because imagine if you have to walk quite a distance with this, then, well, it's a bit heavy there at that 55 pounds or 25 kilos. The other, again, very minor, is the paint finish. Well, it does look good. There's silver here. I've noticed that it is easy to scratch, and the plastic underneath is black, so it will mark quite easily. So there you go. That is the VIGORPOOL Captain 2400. Thanks a lot for watching this video.